Well, hello there, Chick Chat. We are back with another Sister Wives episode. Could be the last episode. I mean, we said this last season, but I mean, what better way to end the season than Kody's final apology to Robyn?
I mean, that's
So, yeah.
true. So I feel like this definitely should be the last season. I mean, we've heard some things online. Christine has confirmed that she's filming. I don't know what that means necessarily, if they're going to be filming and actually releasing a season. But we'll see. I mean, this just feels like the right time to end. This feels like a good capstone on everyone's life. Everyone has really moved on. Kody has talked to everybody as far as the wives go and closed all those chapters. Janelle finally got a release. It just feels like it should be the end. We will obviously be around if they keep going. But who knows? So we definitely have the tell nothings. We have those coming up. So usually there's 4 of those. I don't know if they'll follow that typical thing. I haven't seen a release of the episodes.
Like how many? Yeah.
Yeah.
What we do know is Suki will be present, and we love her. I don't know if you can sense the sarcasm, but she's our favorite host.
The coffee almost just went through my nose with that one. I mean, I have nothing against Suki personally, I guess.
She's shady.
She is shady. That's the only part of her I like, though. I mean, I'm not going to hold that part against her.
Yeah, but I will say, I know we're not to the part where we talk about the coming up, but when she flirted and she asked Jen about, do you think Robyn is submissive? Yeah. And then says to Kody, well, that's the word she used. No, that's the word you used, bitch.
That is the word that you're right. You're totally right. But that is the closest to drama that we're going to get in those tell nothings. And if they would all sit on the damn couch together, like Suki has been asking them, and we have all been asking them, then Suki wouldn't have to twist people's words around.
That would literally be the only reason for another season, is if they can get everybody on the couch together.
Right.
Asking Robyn some questions.
Right. I know that they have been kind of teasing this idea that maybe they would do a family reunion, but as of right now, Robyn has felt extremely unsafe. I know she did make some comments at the end of this episode about, possibly being able to do that eventually because Kody's apologized to the wives. I don't know how she makes that connection of Kody apologizing means that she's good with everybody.
Yeah, I mean, you haven't apologized, lady. You got a couple of their financials tied into your home.
Yes, and Kody even said in a confessional, I don't remember if it was a bonus scene or not, but he had said this season in a confessional, if anyone else wants to kind of go through this process, that's going to have to be their process to go through. And I think he was specifically referring to Robyn, like she's going to have to do one of these. What if that's season 21? What if Robyn traverses the country to talk?
The woman is a professional at playing a victim. Like, she is not going to go around and apologize for nothing. She doesn't even acknowledge the fact that Kody was at her house a lot. Even during COVID, she's like, well, I only had him because they threw him away. I'm like, lady.
Yes.
I don't know if that's quite accurate, but whatever.
Well, let's get into it for episode 15, which turned out to be the season finale. I didn't even know that I was watching the season finale until the end of the episode when they showed me the end, the tell nothings coming up.
Yeah.
I had no idea that was the finale. I mean, it's not like I was looking for more, but I don't know. It just didn't seem very advertised.
Yeah, last season it was pretty long. I mean, the other seasons usually go longer than 15 episodes, but there's nothing else here to talk about. We got Christine and David having to have the same conversation 50 times about different aspects of polygamy just to fill the scenes.
So I wanted to do you guys all a favor. And the last couple of episodes, I've not been able to catch the bonus scenes because they changed the formatting of it, and they've been putting the bonus episodes 2 at a time lately. And so they've been skipping it and doing it every other week. So I didn't get any of the bonus scenes from Meri's apology episode. So I was like, Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to the Chick Chatters. I am going to go back, even though we're not covering that, and I'm going to get Meri's, bonus scenes, right? So I go there this morning, I get all ready, I watched the other episode. I mean, I scrolled through just for the bonus scenes. The bonus scenes were only Christine and David in the basement.
Shut up.
There were 2 of them. 2 of them about their plans for the basement and what they're going to do and where they're going to put David's Legos, and that David wants to get Legos. I think he was joking, but that he also, and this was serious, wants to get like one of those big hibachi grills, like with the table around it and all of that, and put it in the basement.
The basement?
The basement. Because somebody whose house he was working on had one of these hibachi grills in the basement with a table. And he was like, that's the coolest thing I ever seen. And so apparently it's his biggest dream in the world to have one of these things in the basement. And he's not even going to cook hibachi on it. And he wants to make pancakes.
I took
pictures, but I was running late today and I felt like it just wasn't even worth it for you guys to sit through this like torture.
You summed it up very well.
That's what it was. That is exactly what it was. There were no bonus scenes of Meri, which I have mixed feelings about, because I'm glad that they at least showed everything that they had in the regular episode, because sometimes that upsets me when they're on bonus scenes. But it would have been cool to see like maybe a little bit of Meri talking to somebody else about it or having a confessional or whatever. But no, we just saw David and Christine in the basement in 2 separate bonus scenes. So I spared you guys the photos. That is the summary. Go watch the episode if you care to. Pancakes. Not even like he called it. He didn't call it a hibachi grill. He called it like a tamakachi or something. I don't know. I'm sorry. But yes, it's like one of those, like a Blackstone, but he wants it in the basement and he wants to have like 8 chairs around it, like you go to the restaurant. And then he's like, you can cook anything on there. Pancakes.
I mean, you can cook anything on there. It's like
sure.
It's like a stovetop basically,
right,
without a pan. So I can see that, but I would also be like, I'm gonna learn how to cook up some rice and hibachi,
some steak, some hibachi. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure his plans are to do all of those things, but it was so funny that he only mentioned pancakes specifically, which I guess I get this cute imagery of, all his little grandkids around the little table and him whipping up some pancakes in the morning. That'll be
in the basement. Come to the basement for breakfast.
Yes, I know there was a lot of rumors. I saw on at least 2 other YouTube channels. I can't even remember which ones they are, but I guess there were people that were misunderstanding what David and Christine meant by putting a bedroom in the basement. That when Christine said one of the other moms can come, people were confused about it being one of the other sister wives. To me, it was clear that they were talking about their mothers, their own biological mothers, getting old and having to come live with them.
Right.
So that was clarified, obviously, in that episode, because they talked about that, and they talked about wanting to have a landing space for any of the kids, because sometimes, kids need to come back and regroup before they leave again. So that was their plans, but that's all of it. I'm not going to waste any more time on that for you guys. Yeah. But I did try.
But not a single bonus scene of Meri and Kody. That's kind of
not a single bonus scene of Meri and Kody at all. Just pancakes, and they're going to put a grill in the basement. So if there's a season 21, don't be shocked, y'all, when there's a damn grill in the basement.
Right. Well, all right. Well, moving on to the actual episode then. Janelle gets her release. Took nothing. And I assume so because Meri had already done it. It's not that far-fetched that he's not, neglected all of his wives. And I'm sure they also own TVs and they have, knowledge of the fact that these people have been broken up for years.
Right. So. Right. I mean, I do understand why Janelle was a little bit worried, because Kody didn't necessarily abandon Janelle as much as he abandoned their shared children, which made Janelle turn away from him. So I could see maybe in a world they would try to tell them to try to work it out. But this is so far beyond. So what I
Yeah.
was confused by, and I mean, whatever, it said that it took 2 hours. They said that like a couple of times. Why does Janelle say this was all typed up and ready to go? It was super easy. And also it took 2 hours. Like, what was going on in there?
Maybe they're just like chit chat. I don't know why it would take that long. I mean, I'm sure she had to
Maybe.
talk a little bit about like what went wrong, but it seemed
Right.
like they already knew what went wrong. I mean, Kody was only coming over to hang up pictures in her house at some point.
So
So,
true.
yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, she's released. She's happy. She says that she thinks that there was something. You're right, user alien. He did still abandon her.
Abandon all of them.
He did. He did.
You think it'd be easiest for Meri? I know she was the first one to do it, so they probably had a few more questions. But Meri had been disregarded for a decade. So
yes, and I think that was more powerful in the family than the sister wives are really understanding, because Meri's existence and being abandoned but still being attached to the family is like a shining example of what happens if you cross me. You are stuck with me and I'm going to ignore you and I'm going to give you nothing. And you have to look at this person, this basement wife, every day as an understanding of what will happen to you if you cross me. And I think that it really did a lot of damage to the safety of what is already so difficult.
yeah, like I won't come over and I won't hold your hand or give you a kiss or anything, but I'll sure as hell use your money to buy my young fancy wife a house.
Exactly, and I won't even come and hang up your stuff.
Won't even come over for that.
No,
Every
not
time
even.
Kody ever walked up to Meri's, it seemed like he had never been there before.
Right. Imagine on trash night watching your husband take out everyone else's trash except for yours, and then trying to gaslight you into saying, I didn't abandon you.
You never wanted me out there anyways. You kicked me out on the couch
The
because I
trash is
tried to
still
watch you
outside.
change. Wasn't that like a thing last season or something that she was
I
talking
think
about?
so, yeah. She wanted to be like more private because they obviously weren't having sex. So
Right. But he still wanted to like watch her change or something. And
yeah,
she was
there's
like,
still
no.
nights where, like, I mean, with me and my husband, if we're arguing, like, I'll go in the bathroom. Like, you're not looking at me if I'm mad at you. No,
Yeah, like what do you think this is? This isn't a
these,
free show just because you
it's not
paid
a
for
free
it.
show. Not if I'm mad at you. No, you don't get these goodies.
No. No.
No,
I
no,
don't
no,
blame
no.
Meri. I mean, the man was looking at everyone else at this point. You know, if you're not gonna be doing me, then
Yeah,
you
like,
can
what is
sleep
the
on the couch.
purpose here? Yeah, I would feel so
Christine did
awkward.
the same thing. Christine
Yeah,
was like, if this door isn't being put here so we can be doing each other, then you're gonna sleep on the couch and I'm gonna put all your shit in the garage.
yes, sir. So Janelle lets us know that I mean, I knew this for Janelle, but I'm glad that Janelle finally knows this for Janelle, that this was really a bigger deal for her spiritually than she recognized, because she really felt a sense of freedom. Hi, Padawan. And she says, that she felt that shift afterwards. Well, duh, lady. That's why you've been contemplating doing this for a damn year. And then you went and did it. You traveled across the country so that you could get this done. It clearly was important to you. And that's okay.
Yeah. I mean, I think she had been struggling with like, do I do it? Do I not? But I mean, she's been done with Kody solidly for at least 2 years,
Yeah.
I would say. I mean, they went on that one last birthday car ride, but after that, it seemed pretty done. And I don't know. I think that she just didn't want to really go through those channels because she just hasn't really been active in that church. So she was conflicted on that part. But,
Yeah.
you know, in the long run, I mean, whether or not you believe whatever, it might be nice to just close that just in case y'all were right. Just on the off chance that
Yeah.
y'all were right about this celestial kingdom. You do
Yeah.
not want to be there with those people. So I
Yeah.
get that because, regardless of how views and beliefs change, I would want to be sure that I ain't gonna be stuck with those people. So
Right.
just on
Agreed.
the off chance that I am wrong or I am
Agreed.
right.
Either way, yeah. And
Yeah.
I think out of all of the ex-wives, maybe even all of the wives, well, no, Robyn, I think Robyn would still be in the church if she could, but out of all the ex-wives, I think Janelle is still the most spiritually connected to her faith. I don't think she obviously practices it anymore, but I think she said she'd be open to another plural marriage. So I think she might still be
I mean,
questioned.
I think she's changed her mind about that. I mean, she was saying it, but I think she just realized now that she just likes being on her own and her independence, and now she just wants to meet someone organically on her 50 billion acre farm. So we'll see
I
how that
mean, maybe
works.
somebody will come, pick some flowers, a nice single old man.
Yeah, maybe, maybe.
Maybe.
I would love to see Janelle date, but I do think she's very like it's realistic for her. That's her personality. Is she's not everybody dated in the way that I think is realistic for them. Like Meri
Agreed.
taking it eons to even. Well, we're friends. We're friends. We're friends.
They don't
We
even
are.
touch each other.
She worried about touching him. So, and then Christine's all we're lovers within
Immediately.
moments.
Yeah,
You know.
immediately.
Yeah, and Janelle's just like, I don't know. We'll just do these other things first, and I
Yeah.
got my kids, and I'm happy with that. But
Yeah. Yeah. No, I think that's definitely a fair assessment.
I do
Um,
think Kody would be the most salty if Janelle moved on. I
oh
will
yeah.
say.
Oh yeah. Especially, there could have been some funky editing being
I
done, but
think there was.
we saw in the preview that he said something about possibly still loving her.
Yeah.
We'll see. I don't know.
He's
I'm
like,
I'm
because I
not.
loved her, and I still
I'm
might
still maybe
want.
do.
I still maybe do want acceptance of her from her. It's like,
Yeah.
I think.
So we check in with Kody and Robyn, and Kody kind of does some recap of the apology. He said that they were careful not to trigger each other, him and Meri, that they learned a little bit about how to speak with each other, and he hopes that everything's going to be hunky-dory moving on. And he lets us know him and Robyn are going to go four-wheeling, which we know is always a really safe activity for the two of them. And they're going to just, instead of talking to each other face to face, they're going to have some recreation. And I am wondering, when he says they're going to go run out to the Cinder Hills, I'm wondering if it's this red cinder block toxic thing that's right behind their house, because they left out on the four-wheelers right out of their driveway. And so I think they're four-wheeling around in the toxic soot.
I bet they are.
And Kody just
Yet,
wanted to kick all that dirt around.
yet Solomon cannot put a phone in his pocket because it's too close to his body. But yet they're living in Sootland.
Sootland.
And they're like
And
rolling in
Kody
it.
wants to go kick it around for the rest of everybody else.
He even likes it in his wound.
He said it's clean dirt. Clean,
Dirt.
toxic dirt made for cinder blocks.
Yep. Clean dirt that will make his immune system better. I was like, this
For
man
his
definitely already
body.
went on special forces. Like, he just thinks he's.
Yeah. I mean,
I
this
can
man was up
tell.
here lifting up four-wheelers.
You can
With his
tell
ball.
when special forces happened in this. I mean, he had a tan, and then now he's talking about getting dirt in wounds. It's like making him feel manly. Yep.
He's taking accountability, because they told him he was being a child for months.
Oh, yeah.
Well, actually, it was only 10 days, but probably felt like months. But Robyn is convinced, probably the only person in the world, but Robyn is convinced that now that Kody's done these apologies. He's a lighter and freer man. And she's seeing a piece of him that she hasn't seen in a long time. So they agree not to drive towards each other to try to avoid another slip up like they had last time. As we know, Kody's about to flip this thing over in the cinder blocks.
Yep. He was talking about how Oh, God forbid. What I'm not even gonna say what could have happened to Robyn. I'm like, the lady just like fell off a four-wheeler. I mean, like I know that can be quite dangerous considering what happened to Dayton, but and I think that's what got brought up here. When they talk about that, like I don't want to go on another hospital ride.
I took a picture of that one too because am I wrong in remembering that Robyn denied being there when that happened?
She put it on her ex-husband and they stiffed him with the medical bill. That was all part of the
Right.
whole adoption illusion, is that, oh, we'll take care of the medical bill that we gave you, and we told everybody it happened in freaking Montana, even though it happened, he was in a Vegas hospital.
Yeah. I took a picture of that, and the way that she said it and the words that were used, I know she didn't go to the hospital in this last time when she took a tumble. That was, like Kody said, she had a couple of bruises.
I mean, the woman's dramatic, but I don't think she'd feel safe in a hospital.
True. Yes. But
COVID.
The way she talked about, am I going to have to drive to the hospital again, with such kind of fear. I mean, Robyn's dramatic, yes, but I do feel like she was referring to what happened to Dayton, and that places her at the scene.
She was at the scene, or Kody was at the scene, and she had to drive to the scene of the hospital. Yeah, I mean, so far it's been alleged, or I don't know if it's been proven exactly, but it's been pretty alleged that it was Kody with them and not his dad.
Yeah. So we also move on. Robyn and Kody need to stop with all the vehicles. Yeah, they probably should not even have driver's licenses at this point. Reckless.
Reckless. Yep.
So Meri and Janelle meet up shortly after Janelle's release, and they get some Turkish coffee.
Sounds like the lady was released from prison. Like,
I mean, truly, like, I think it really does. Like, and the way that they just embrace each other here too, like they haven't seen each other in so long, and they're just like long lost sisters or something.
Now this is what makes me mad about the whole backdoor Dell. That later that'll come up. Like they're gonna get married all riled up about it, but it's like, that's what makes me mad about it, is now for once in history, Janelle and Meri can have lunch together and it'd be fine. And now all of a sudden there's the backdoor Dell. And I don't think it was even a real thing. I just think Kody and Robyn are fluffing it up,
blowing smoke up all of our asses and trying to create a rumor, trying to sow division. And I'm really happy that it's going to get brought up in the Tell Nothings, because hopefully we'll get some clarity on that. It sounds like Janelle's denying it right away, so we'll see what happens. We'll see how Meri discerns all of that. But I suspect that even at this point, Meri probably knows about this alleged backdoor deal, and
I don't know.
Probably. See, I have a hard time thinking that she's going to learn about it for the first time from Suki.
I don't think from Suki. I think like they get to watch, at least clips or parts of the season before the tell-alls actually filmed or something. I don't know, like, because they're going to want to talk about certain things that might not have aired yet. But I do think she knew before the tell-all being filmed, but I don't know if she knew about it here, because I think she would have brought it up.
So that, because if she knew about it and she had feelings about it, yes. But I also wonder if she knew about it and she recognized that this is Kody gobbledygook and just put it aside.
I don't know, because from the preview that they show, because they show like these clips on YouTube for Sister Wives or whatever, there's a clip. They don't say specifically what they're asking Meri about. They say, well, how do you feel about that? And she's like, I'm not going to say, because, they'll bleep it out anyways. And then Jen was like, how effing dare they? And I'm thinking that's about the backdoor doll.
Possible. Yeah. I'm excited to see some of these topics covered, at least. Yeah. Who knows what we're going to get out of them. But I want Janelle to write a book, because I need to know about this Turkish man in between marriages.
Yeah.
I want to know her experiences.
I also want to know about her marriage, her original one. She only briefly touched on it in that Sister Wives book.
Yeah, she really doesn't talk about it very much. And I mean, obviously something went wrong if it was so brief.
Well, they were together for a while, it sounds like. I mean, high school to get married and then, marry
Yeah.
Mary's husband, and it's kind of a
Yeah.
mess.
And do we have any clarity on how and why it ended? Because it seems like Meri has some festering emotions 40 years later.
I heard, like, if I remember right from the book, and don't like quote me or like this is alleged because like my memory is, I haven't read that part of the book in a long time. But from what I remember, it just like kind of fizzled because he wasn't around a lot, and like I don't know. I don't want to say like there was schmishmoose or anything like Robyn likes to claim with her ex, but
Right.
there was just not, they just weren't vibing like anymore. It
Okay.
just wasn't really working because he
Right.
wasn't around. What's the legal thing that they put with divorces?
Oh, irreconcilable
Legal
differences?
differences.
Okay.
Reconcile. Yeah.
Well, I want to know what these damn differences. I
But
want her to write a book. A more
she did get
detailed.
married in Salt Lake City and like in the regular Mormon church. So I do think she did end up getting it's not really a release. I forget what it's called. Y'all can tell me in the chat. But she did get one of those afterwards as well. So she could marry Kody, and then Kody's dad could marry her mom. And yeah, I mean, if I was Meri, I would have been really like at 19, 20, 21, whatever years old, dealing with all this. Your husband's marrying your sister-in-law that
Yeah.
was married to your brother, and then her
Yeah.
mom is marrying your father-in-law. Like, I can see why Meri was a lot to put up with in those first couple of years. To Janelle, it's nothing, but to Meri, it was probably a big deal.
It was probably a very big deal. And it sounds like she might talk to Suki a little bit more about that too. I mean, I'd be open to Meri's book too if she wanted to write a book, but I think Janelle has more of the whole scoop.
Yeah, and then to see, wife number 2 having kids before you're having kids, and
Yeah.
just the struggle with infertility and with wife number 2 and 3, like the animosity, the resentment, like I can see why that was so prevalent in their relationships in the beginning. And that's probably why Robyn was there to begin with, is because Meri had reached a boiling point of resentment, and she's like, you know what, I need my own friend that's gonna piss these people off.
Just like in Seeking Sister Wives, right? They just need a friend.
They just wanted a friend. Yep.
So we watched Meri and Janelle talk a little bit about how easy it was to get her release, and conveniently on the wall, apparently this was the best cafe to be divorced.
What kind of award is that? Like,
I've never heard of such an award.
I can't help but wonder, like, I've never been to a establishment and been like, I'm so glad to be divorced here, eating food. Like
How does
the
one even
divorces,
on the topic?
I know, like, do the divorces happen there? Like
Maybe they asked divorced people, where did you feel your best? I have no idea how this
at this,
happened.
at
And
this
if
cafe.
so, this tiny cafe with Turkish coffee is where you felt your best?
It must. Yep.
Okay. I mean,
I
people in Utah.
I wish I could read all the print underneath that, because
I
I
tried.
just wonder why it's how is this an award?
I
It's one thing
tried.
to be best food or best atmosphere or whatever, but no, if this
Divorce
is
sucks,
the
right?
best place to be divorced, whether that means meeting other divorced people, I don't know, um, getting divorced and coming here to eat afterwards. I'm guessing. I don't understand it at
The
all.
first sentence says divorce sucks. No doubt about that. But such and such makes it something better.
Coffee, apparently.
Yeah,
Coffee
I
and
tried
scones.
to get as clear of a picture as possible, and I was zoomed in on my phone too, and I just couldn't get a clear read. But yeah, apparently they're in the right place for a divorce, because these women are both divorced. So we're also celebrating a divorce, and the sun just came out.
I
Hallelujah.
am glad that I'm not the only one that thinks that this is just the weirdest award, but
Yeah. Oh, I was just very confused.
Was
But
that planted by the producers? Like, we got 2 divorced women here, so let's just throw this award up here.
I was
Like,
thinking either that was planted by the producers or when because the production kind of has to choose the venue usually. I mean, they have to make sure that they're allowed to film there and schedule things. They can't just run in there with a camera crew. So I wondered if maybe the production found this place and made them go there, and because they're divorced. Like I don't know. I think production is up to something here. But either way, they're at the damn divorce cafe with the Turkish coffee.
aren't they like at the same like city as the AUB and like the Mormons and stuff? How many divorced Mormons are there?
I don't know what city they're in. Well, yeah, I think she's in Salt Lake City. She had to come here to get her.
I didn't know it was
release.
that prevalent in their faith. So,
Well,
it's good to know.
that is good to know.
Good
But
to know.
apparently, only women can do it, according to Kody.
Only the women. So it's a women's cafe for divorce.
I want to go there. I think whenever we go on our Sister Wives tour, this should be a stop.
Honestly, I would be a little weary going there as a married woman as I am.
Yeah,
but
we'd have to throw some holy water on us or something for protection.
make sure we don't end up divorced just by having the coffee there.
Yeah. Maybe we won't eat or drink anything.
Might not be
Or
able
who knows?
to.
I mean, it could be 20 years before we really make it on our Sister Wives tour. Life could change.
Could be
That I
that.
want
If I end up divorced, I'm going there for sure.
Oh, for sure. And we're
I
going
need
on
to know why it's so like award worthy. Yeah.
Yes.
Anyways.
Definitely.
So Meri does ask if Janelle has been visited on the Ex-Wives tour. And Janelle got a little kick out of the Ex-Wives tour thing. I think Meri is why TLC made all the tour posters and stuff.
I think Meri gave them the idea for sure. Yeah. She used the word Ex-Wives tour quite a few times, and it is really catchy, and everybody feels the same way about it. We love it.
Yep.
So yeah, I think they definitely probably should have given her a little kickback, a little check.
They should.
Yeah. Give
Might
Meri
make up for that money that's in Robyn's home. But
exactly. Something.
A little bit. I mean, a little bit. There's a smidge.
Yeah, they really hyped this whole Ex-Wives tour up, and to know that the verbiage of this, the marketing of this was Meri, the marketing genius, then yeah, she should get her check.
She should. But they discussed Kody's need for the apologies more than the women's need. Meri's like, he did it for him. Janelle's like, yeah, I was just kind of like, okay, and he thought I'd be harder, but I wasn't. I didn't even bring up the kids.
So stupid. I don't know why Janelle keeps telling everyone about her. I don't think she brought it up in this conversation. I think she brought it up to Christine actually later, but about her little comment about the 12-step program. I love Janelle, but I don't think it's that funny. And I don't know why she keeps bringing it up in relation to the kids. It seems like every time someone was like, I wish she would have talked to the kids, she like changes the subject almost. Like, yeah, I asked him if he was in a 12-step program. She did that with her friends, and I think she does that later on with Christine. And it upset me. And I'm like, the only thing I could think is maybe she's thinking if he's in a 12-step program, then his kids are coming next. But the man is not in a 12-step program. This is a funny joke that you're making. So why do you keep taking the focus away from the fact that Kody is not acknowledging that he needs to apologize to his kids?
I know. That's the real problem here. Like, really? I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Joe says she might feel embarrassed that she didn't bring up her kids.
Well, she should be.
She should be a little bit. I mean, that makes a lot of sense for like, yeah, I brought up the 12-step thing because otherwise you'll be like, yeah, what did he say about your kids? Like, is he gonna apologize to your kids? No, I was so smitten with I said that I never loved you. I knew it. I knew it. I just knew it. I knew it. I always knew. I've been known.
Mm-hmm. Well, she's like holding herself.
Yeah. It's like that meme where the girl's like, I cried, so he crowed, and together we crewed. Like,
they did. They certainly did. I mean, I think that if they wanted to, they probably could have worked it out at that dinner. I mean, Janelle was so open.
She was like, I knew and he knowed, so together we knew.
Yeah. And he's moving into my brand new house with Carolina.
Yeah. He'll come visit every now and then.
Right. Honestly, I think Janelle would be okay with that. Like, not anymore. But I think at a point she would.
Not like this Kody, but maybe Kody before the FUs.
Yes. Kody prior to the Christmas argument.
Yeah.
Anyway, so they had a nice little luncheon. Meri does remind us of some family history that we all know, but they don't really talk about, which is that Janelle was married to her brother and was her sister-in-law before her sister wife. It's like, lady, we knew that. But why don't y'all ever actually dig deep into that? Y'all should have dug deep into that when y'all had that weird therapy episode where you sat on the couch together with that Nancy lady. Yeah. And she was trying to get you guys to be in each other's shoes. You should have been like, as Janelle, yeah, I screwed your brother, and now I'm screwing your husband.
I mean, facts, honestly. Those are facts. So, I mean, I guess I'm a little confused as to why the scene was even set up with the whole brother thing. The only thing I can think of is because it's going to get brought up with Suki, and it's probably going to be a bigger topic then that Meri's maybe going to elaborate more on her feelings. It seems like she still has feelings, you know, and it's like, why not bring them up?
I feel like they never talked about it, really. They just kind of accepted what was happening, you know, like I don't think Meri got to. That's why I think Meri lashed out a lot at Janelle. And the weird things. Other than the regular jealousy, I think that comes with bringing another woman into your marriage is, you know, this woman is somebody I was friends with and close with, and I have to hear her screwing my husband in the thin walls, like
facts,
and getting pregnant first by him and all that stuff. So, like, I get Meri, like, her little tantrums, but, you know, I also understand like the kids' point of view on Meri as well, where she wasn't probably the nicest to them because Meri's always been resentful of her situation.
Right. Yeah. And we do get a little bit more color in that too when she's having her date with Ron later on. They also talk a little bit about dating, just kind of briefly. Janelle, you know, has her usual song and dance about it just sounds like too much work right now. I'm interested in other things. And Meri kind of confirms that. I mean, she says, you know, it's really an interesting experience. But I mean, it's something that she's doing. So she lets Janelle know that she's dating. And then they both just kind of agree that they hope Kody and Robyn can ride off into the sunset and be happy because they're happy.
They hope so. They hope.
Yeah, I don't hope that for them, but I'm glad they do.
I'm curious to see what happens when the show is actually over. That's what I'm curious to see.
That will be the real test, especially for Robyn Brown.
Yep. We will see, Robyn. We will see.
So we get over to Kody and Robyn. They're finally at their toxic cinder block 4-wheeler run. And Cody's tearing it up. He's real excited. And in a matter of seconds, he's on the ground in a pile of clouds.
Yep.
And that's pretty much all we get in that moment. Robyn here's that picture I was talking about earlier, asking, you know, am I going to be rushing to the hospital again? And again, just like the look of terror on her face when we're talking about this situation. Kody was not hurt here, and she knows this by now, but she gets this look in her eyes like she's thinking about when her son was hurt badly and going to the hospital. Not like Kody, not like her, because we've seen them get hurt and they both just popped right up.
Right. Of course. And she wasn't there, and it was her ex-husband or whatever.
Yeah, okay.
And he owes part of the medical bill. And I don't know. I mean, Dayton really did go through it with that 4-wheeler accident. I mean, he had to have like some kind of.
Dayton did. Yes.
Yeah, Dayton did. He had that reconstruction like surgery, I think. He had to like.
But I feel like Dayton's dad, I feel like he wasn't even in the same damn state as his son when that
I don't think he was. I think it happened in Las Vegas.
For us health nuts, they aren't worried about getting sick or cancer. That's what I'm concerned about and curious about too. Now, they've
Maybe
never.
that was part of Robyn's fear, that he would inhale too much of the soot. And
I mean, look how much of it he was kicking up. And they live the closest out of any house that is built next to this cinder soot that is toxic. They live the closest out of any house that's built anywhere near it.
yeah,
I don't know what way the wind usually blows. You know, maybe it's different over there. I don't know nothing
they were
about that.
so worried about COVID, but now they're like living in soot.
They're worried about COVID. They're worried about the cell phones in their body, but they're putting their body in this plume of cinder. Cinder is like, I'm not an expert, but I don't think that's, you're supposed to breathe that stuff in. I read a whole thing about how the people in their city were trying to get rid of this cinder thing because they were all getting sick.
Yep.
And
And Kody
everything
just
gets
wants to
covered
rub it
this
in his
red soot.
wounds.
Yeah.
It's clean. This is the same man though who was like peeing in a hole in a tent at the special
Yeah.
forces though. Like,
Yeah, he was
I don't-
peeing in a bowl in front of like 9 people,
it's like, go to the
making them all
bathroom.
smell his fucking dehydrated piss. Sorry. Sorry.
Literally, it's like, go to the friggin' bathroom. People have bathroom duty. Like, there was a bathroom there.
I know he didn't want to wake people up.
Oh yeah, because he had to have a buddy to go to the bathroom.
Yeah. Yeah. Which, you know, I can relate to because I have anxiety and the last thing I ever want to do is wake somebody up. It's like if somebody gives me a job to wake me up in 20 minutes, I'm like, set an alarm because I just don't want to. I don't know. When I was a kid, if I had to wake my dad up, he was one of those people that would like startle themselves awake every time. And so I can't do it. It's scary.
Well,
Anyone else feel
I
that
don't
way?
know. I don't like waking people up, I guess, like that, especially if it was the middle of the night and it was an all the time thing.
Yeah.
But
Well, I feel like now I even have a complex about it because I'm so scared to wake someone up that I wake people up in such an awkward way. I'm just like, and then they get scared and it's bad. Why was he peeing so much? He said that he was peeing. There was a reason that he was peeing a lot, like the medications that he was taking or
the
something.
supplements, the expired supplements, or was it like he was?
Yeah.
Because like honestly, stop drinking water then. You know,
Yeah.
stop drinking water at 7:00. And you'll be fine.
Honestly, but it was that user alien that said that.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you watch Special Forces, I don't know if you watched on Nick Vial's podcast, the Vial Files, Vial File, whatever. They did like a reunion for all of them, and he goes into full detail as to what was going on with the pee and why he was peeing and all of that. So if you didn't catch that, don't leave now, but hop on over after we're done and check it out.
We also talked about it at length in the last, because we covered a little bit of that in our recap of that last episode of special. Well, we didn't recap the full, like one of the Sister Wives recaps, so we did a Cody's Corner, I should say.
Yeah.
I don't remember which video that was, so you might be better off going to find the Vial Files.
So true. Yeah. But anyways, they're supposed to leave us on a cliffhanger here if Kody is alive or dead. So everybody stay on the edge of your seats. In the meantime, we are going to see a little bit of a bonus scene. And Christine is going to be throwing Janelle this divorce party. But before the divorce party happens, which we saw in the episode, Christine is going to get a cake for the divorce party. And she lets us know that the theme is Wildflower Rebellion for obvious reasons. And I actually love this theme. I didn't realize that was the theme, but I noticed all the decorations were wildflower themed.
It's cute.
It was super cute. And Christine is so funny in this scene. I don't know why she gets so many bonus scenes, but I mean, she's just entertaining in a funny way, like in a boring way, I guess.
Yeah.
So yeah, she says that it's Wildflower Rebellion. She wants to throw the party. She's going to go get a cake because when you get married, you have a cake. So why not get a cake when you get divorced as well? And she goes on in this confessional about all the things that you could possibly do at a divorce party. And she includes, if you want to bash your ex-husband, you can do that. If you want to plan your next relationship, you can do that. If you want to sign them up on a website, you can do that. If you want to have a massive rager, if you want to get drunk and get super sad, you can also do that. She's like,
But it's car and Craigslist, you can do that.
Yeah, or temporary tattoos, any of these things.
Yep,
Have
anything.
a spicy salsa party. So she's full of ideas. She can't wait for people to get divorced, I guess. So she's ready. She's come with the party favors. And she lets us all know in kind of a final moment, she does not need an ecclesiastical authority to tell her that she is no longer married. She's not going to get released. She does not believe in it. And she is more than moved on. So she arrives to the cake place. She also says that she has more than moved on, but she's wondering if maybe the reason that Janelle actually wants a spiritual release after all this time is because she's actually maybe considering dating. And then she kind of asks the producers in this confessional, like, do you guys know something I don't know, kind of thing? And they don't seem to really answer her. So she's just like, I don't know. But maybe. I think that's a possibility. I don't think, like you said, I agree. Janelle is dating like everyone else is dating in their own personality type. And I don't think she's going to run out and put herself out there.
Yeah, I think for Janelle, she just wanted an actual legit divorce. Like,
I do think this allows her to be open. Like, if somebody catches her eye and they catch her eye, it seems like she maybe wasn't going to be so open when she was still spiritually married.
Yeah.
Does Christine's marriage count as a release? Is she going to see Robyn and Kody in the heavens? So my understanding, I don't really know, but from my understanding, it does not. That her marriage is not recognized in this other church because they see the marriages as separate. The spiritual marriages and the legal marriages happen separately in that church. And so Christine is legally married to somebody else, but she is still spiritually married to Kody. So my understanding is that she will see him in the heavens.
Oh, gosh.
And be separated from David because David's not going to the celestial kingdom.
Well, and David also, had been married before as well. I know she passed, but, like, do they all hang out? Like, what?
I don't think so. I think the celestial kingdom is a special place for people who have endured suffering their entire lives.
Endured the suffering. Yeah, I don't know. That's a good question. They also said, could she get one?
Yes, she could. She said she's not interested.
Yeah.
I don't know if it complicates it because she's married now, if they have some, ill will around that. But I think, to me and anyone with a brain, that shows that you're further and further away than you are together. So
it could also be like Janelle said earlier in the season when she said, if she gets denied it, basically like she did her best and, God would know to separate them, hopefully.
I agree. I think, in the way that a lot of people think about God, I don't think he's going to make a mistake in this. I think he's got it, all figured out before we do. So
yeah, I don't know.
We'll see. I don't know. Maybe he knows something we don't know about these people, that they need to be together in the celestial kingdom. But yeah, my understanding is that she could get one. I don't know if Robyn got a release from her ex. I don't know if
they were thinking. I think they were thinking about polygamy, but I don't know if she maybe she did.
So I'm kind of confused. I'm probably confusing a little bit with like Mormon religion with their religion, which was the LDS religion, which has a lot of overlap, but they are separate. But from my understanding, like in the Mormon religion, if you're spiritually married, you're getting married in the temple, which again is separate from a legal thing. So I don't know if you have to get married like in the physical church, the LDS church, and that's when you're spiritually married. I would assume that. And so if that's the case, it would depend on where Robyn got married to her ex. If Robyn got married to her ex in the spiritual way, then she would need a release. And she wouldn't have been able to marry Kody spiritually, which she did.
Yeah.
So I don't know all that history or all the rules, but
It's a good question. I
Mhm.
would like to think, I mean, I know Robyn wanted plural marriage or whatever with her ex as well. And I guess they just
Yeah,
didn't have a good solid foundation. So they didn't take on any
they
sister
had too
wives.
much
So
meat
it
to
makes me
feed the
wonder
boy.
if they, yeah, it makes me wonder if they did marry into that kind of church and she did get a release.
Mhm.
Who's to know?
Yeah, she would have
Robyn's
had
never
to.
talked about it. So
Yeah. I
he
do
did steal
believe
her purity. But
Yeah. I do believe that Janelle was spiritually married to her first husband and got a release in that
yeah,
way
she did.
and married Kody spiritually. So it is
Yeah.
possible. They do allow it.
Because even in other religions, like I was talking about, I believe last time, even Catholics and other religions, there is also a process that you would go through to get
Right.
spiritually released, but it's not called a release, I don't think.
Yeah.
But they don't acknowledge the legal divorces, they only acknowledge the spiritual ones as well.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
like if you were to get, for example, in like the Catholic religion or some Christian religions, if you were to get married legally and spiritually to somebody and you only got legally divorced, you can't get married again
Again in
in
the
that
Catholic group.
church until
Right.
you get a release, but it's
Release,
not
but
called a
it's not
release.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's similar in all these religions. So I think
Yeah.
in a like they could all get a release. According to Kody, he can't get a release, but I think that's BS.
I don't
But
even think he tried.
no, I don't think he tried. But
No.
anyways, moving on, we see this beautiful cake. She picks it up. It's apparently made from real edible wildflowers, and it is gorgeous.
It's beautiful.
If I had a second wedding, my cake might look that way.
Or even just a birthday.
Or even just a birthday.
Even just a birthday. So Ron is in town and Meri's excited because they're gonna go bike riding in the Zona. I don't know.
Zion.
Zion.
Yeah, Zion.
Yeah.
National Park. Yeah.
Yep. And she is just friends with him and they like each other's company and she loves to let us know that they're just friends right now.
Just friends. Nothing more. Nothing less.
Yeah. That like there could be a possibility for something more, but right now they have a friend foundation and she's the kind of girl that wants to build a friend foundation because even if they don't end up friends or more than friends, they could still be friends.
They could have this really cool friendship. Like, I don't mean to be ridiculous, but I don't know what kind of middle-aged people have really cool friendships with people of the opposite sex when they're also interested in dating and being with somebody. Like, not that it's impossible, but it's just, she's acting like she needs to gather up more friends or something. Like, you're looking for somebody to be
date.
Yeah.
So
So I took
there's
this
a lot
picture.
of gibberish to be like, we're feeling it out.
Look at this creepy house.
Yeah, it looks a little scary.
How much friends can you be with someone? Apparently, they're not even that close of friends because this woman did not even feel comfortable enough to reach over and touch this man's side to clean off his deodorant. Like, that's not a flirtatious touch.
Yeah,
Like, your
she was
mom would
worried.
do that.
Yeah, she was worried about like, well, if I touch his side, does that mean I'm like copping a feel?
Girl, cop a feel. You've been knowing this man for 6 months.
Yeah, have you even kissed? Like,
They have not.
have you friendly kissed?
They're so uncomfortable around each other. Look at the tension in his arms.
He doesn't think he can, like, he's probably scared to try.
He doesn't even know if she's romantic yet. What does that mean? Have you ever in your life, in your 30-something years of life, been asked, are you romantic?
Yeah.
You have?
No. But I also have dated in a different generation than Meri has, so.
That's true. That's true. And I mean, it's a respectful thing, I guess, to ask, but I've just never, I feel like if someone's in a speed dating thing, like, doesn't that mean they're like romantic and interested in romance? Is he trying to say like, are you asexual?
I think he's just like, I mean, he's an older guy. Maybe he's just like, do you like a little bit of romance, like bada boom, bada bing? Like, do you like a little bit of a lit candle or something? Like,
That's more than romance, I think.
well, I think he's just looking to see if, like this is actually
Trying
going
to
to be a
feel out
romantic relationship. And Meri just stonewalls because she doesn't know what to do with herself.
She didn't answer that question for 6 months. It's true. The man, I mean, that's probably why he was still around, just trying to figure out, is she
I
or
wonder if
isn't
Ron
she?
was also dating other people because, like, this ain't. How do you know this is going anywhere?
He had to have been dating other people. And I guess we'll just kind of get this out of the way. There's been rumors based on Ron's behaviors, maybe his tone of voice, that he might be interested in other genders, his own gender in particular.
I didn't get that off of him, but maybe.
I didn't either on the first watch. And then of course, I listened to some of the rumors, or some of the people, they're not rumors, I shouldn't say that. Some of the people are just feeling that way. They're picking up on a vibe, right?
Yeah. Okay.
And then when I watched it the second time, I was like, well, maybe. And then he said this thing about, I'm a big fan of living an authentic life. And for so long, I didn't live an authentic life. And I know that that's therapy speak for finding yourself, especially sexually. So maybe, but maybe he's also just talking about, like he said on the episode, breaking away from all this scheduling and being so busy and bogged down in what you think you're supposed to do, and just doing what feels right to you. That's also real speak for authentic life. So I don't know. Maybe is he, isn't he? He's obviously interested in Meri in some fashion, but it could be true. He did say that weird stuff about listening. He also said some things about listening to the wind. But does that mean he's gay? I mean, I don't know.
I don't know. It sounds like he was married before with kids, and that doesn't mean that he's not gay.
I think that's also kind of a point in that direction,
yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying. It doesn't mean that that's not possible, but
right.
The way him and Meri are like going about their relationship in riddles is just questionable. I don't know.
Yeah.
Hopefully we get more information from this tell-all, because you've been seeing someone for 6 months and you're consistently still trying to see them, and they have, not kissed you or whatever, no matter how old you are. I think that's a little, I don't know, isn't that a little strange? Like,
I think it is, especially
dating. I get dating Meri Brown would be a little, slow moving, but
yeah. I think other people would, not be forceful. Hopefully they respect our boundaries, but I think you could move a little more quickly than that if you are interested, But maybe they're both slow. Maybe Meri has met her match in Turtle Land.
Turtle Land?
Maybe they're both just little turtles, just inching along. Yeah. So we get back to the crash debrief here, and we come to find out that Kody has popped himself right up. He's alive. He's well. He actually got up, grabbed some of the cinder out of the ground, and rubbed it personally into his arms. That rub didn't even come from falling. It came from his own self picking it all up. He rubbed it all over his pants and everything.
Yep. He is just as toxic as that cinder. So I guess, to each their own.
Maybe he's just an actor that wants to be on TV.
Possible.
Maybe.
You never know, Days. You never know with these, men that come on this show. I mean, I think David does seem a bit more genuine. I don't know with Rob or Ron. I mean, I think he's a nice guy from what we've seen. I think he's a good looking guy for his age, for what we've seen. But he does say some interesting things. I don't know if he's just trying to appease Meri or what it is, but I don't know if she's happy.
A lot of grace. He's on TV for the first time ever in his life. And I mean, it's got to be so awkward to be dating your 6-month friend on TV.
Honestly, if they're happy, I'm happy, kind of thing. Even if he might swing the other way, but either way, back to this. Kody. Apparently, the 4-wheeler was not on his body, as Robyn was worried about, because that 4-wheeler does not care where your body is. I'm like, what? The 4-wheeler doesn't care about anything because the 4-wheeler doesn't think.
The 4-wheelers is an inanimate object, Robyn.
It's
Of
being
course it doesn't.
driven by Kody. Doesn't care where his body is. He's filling it up with
There you
stuff.
go. That's it right there. And Kody himself admits to being irresponsible, with how he's driving, but he doesn't spare one opportunity to lift this thing up and show his muscles off to his beautiful diesel jeans wife. Oh, and it's like the heavens themselves. This was a picture of them kissing.
Well, that's good. We didn't need to see that.
We didn't.
So Janelle's party is underway. Christine at some point does introduce everybody in like the strangest way. Like, this is my sister who was once in plural marriage and now is in monogamy. And then the other one that's been plural marriage that left plural marriage to be in plural marriage again. And it's a good group of ladies because we got one of everybody. And it's like, okay.
Yes. I think for a divorce party, it is a good group of ladies. And really, what is a good thing, I think, about a divorce party with women is that you're obviously just trying to show some support. And I think the more life experiences you can accumulate in one room, the better words are going to come out of people's mouths. So I think that this is a good thing. And I just hope, it didn't seem this way on the show, but I just hope that they're not trying to push her too much into dating, because all of these women, yes, they're divorced, but they're all also remarried. All of them.
Almost all of them.
Well, I don't know about her friend here, but the rest of them are.
Well, Janelle's sister has always been married to the same person, and then Janelle's not.
True. But they're all currently with somebody, and they were kind of talking about how it's Christine especially was like, I just didn't find myself until I found David. So I don't want them to overly romanticize being in a relationship when she's just newly single. And look how happy she is. He's just so cute.
She does look really, really, like Christine said, she looks like lighter, like really.
Yeah, she looks great. And this little dress is just so cute on her, and her little shoulders being out. Yeah. She loves it. Loves it for her.
Good. She looked great. All these ex-wives look great. I mean, Meri looks freaking fantastic.
Yeah.
Then the other two even look like they've glowed up as well. Just so much more life in their faces and eyes. I just always think of that one dinner that they had where Kody was saying he was giving up on plural marriage before COVID even happened. Yes. Right? And Christine just looked like a wet rat, and Janelle looked flustered. Like, they all just looked rode hard and put away, all bad. And then Robyn, of course, is it because of me? Is it because of me? Is that what it was? Is it not just, am I gonna be I gotta bring up the big elephant in the room? Like, is it not just that we moved and all that from Lehigh? Is it because of me? Like, okay.
Bitch, it is because of you, but not for any of the reasons you think.
And then she's like, oh, no. And I'm like, just stare at her. And see
just leave her alone.
Just let her have her moment.
So we get a bonus scene here. They didn't really give us a whole lot of information, but they did show us some more details of her picking out this giant lion tattoo that she got on her back, which I really loved that tattoo. I thought it was great.
She should make it permanent.
I think that they were talking about that because she says that tattoos really scare her quite a bit. And in fact, she thought about getting the tattoo that all the kids got for Garrison, but she was really too scared to get it. And she's worried about the pain. So she's still considering it. But I don't think she's going to get a face size lion on her back. So it was definitely.
It was her. It was because of her.
Janelle also kind of echoes like the same thing that's really in the episode, which is that she's happy that her friends are helping her become more like, what was the word that she used? Like an extrovert. But
like getting her out there. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, impulsive. But I think that an extrovert is probably a better word. She says that, she used to just kind of get up and go do things, and she doesn't do that so much anymore. So her friends are helping her to get out of her comfort zone in that way. And I just thought this was such a cute picture of all the girls kind of putting her big lion on her back and helping her out.
It was cute. It was a
Yeah,
cute little party. I'm glad that they,
it
did
was.
this for her. And then they talked about, eventually they do talk about like their marriages and whatever. But I do think this was a cute little shindig.
Yes. Yeah, this was the party part. And then eventually I think we come back to the conversations. Lots of jumping around in this episode.
Yeah.
I don't think we stayed at a scene for more than a couple of minutes. So we do have this part 2 now. I think we even get into a part 3 really.
Do they not even label who Ron is like they do with everyone else? Like it's just Ron.
He's just a man.
It's just Ron.
Ron. Like just doesn't even
not even Meri's friend. Just Ron.
Yeah.
Okay. After all that friend talk, we can't even get him a label of Meri's friend, but whatever.
Yeah, so as we talked about before, this is where Ron gets to finally learn that Meri is actually romantic. And then they just continue on this walk. And I don't think I would be able to walk next to Meri. She has this weird thing when she's walking. She did it with Kody, and now she's doing it with Ron too. And I thought she did it with Kody because she felt awkward, and maybe she feels awkward here as well. But she does this thing where you're supposed to be walking, right? And then like she kind of turns towards you and changes the pace. Like she's going to stop, and then she keeps walking. And it's like, what is this? Are we walking? Are we standing? Are we looking at each other? Are we not? It would drive me nuts to have to do this with her. It drove me nuts to have to watch it.
Yeah, I think they're getting their friend footing in. They're trying to figure out their pace, I guess.
I mean, it's a dance, that's for sure. Yeah, me too. I took a picture of that. Because what a time to actually be romantic if you're so curious. But no, you want to put your feet in the water. And then they go and put their feet in the water. They talk about how slimy and slippery it is, and nobody even reaches for each other's hands.
Yep. She just said, "Don't push me." She said, "Don't push me, Ron." I really did think he was going to ask her for a kiss. Like this would be a good time to. And I'm like, oh, we're going to get a kiss.
I know. I was like, what a way to end the season. Like I was so excited. And then he's
to finally see Meri kiss another man would have been just.
I would have done a somersault.
I would have shown Meri from Catfish Hell days that life really does go on.
I know. I'm like, I feel lighter just thinking about it. And yet that was not our reality. They went and put their stanky feet in some water.
He's like, I won't put my feet in that water. And she's like, yes.
I love that idea.
What a great idea.
That was her response. I think she thought that she was going to get kissed. And that was her response to a kiss. And then she was like, oh, we're getting out.
I bet she was nervous she was about to get kissed. I don't even know like what she'd even accepted that kiss. Like, but Ron, we're building a friendship for a year.
We still have friendship to build.
We still have friendship stuff to do.
Look at this beautiful
scene. It was a great little day. I mean, that's why I'm like, why wasn't there a little kiss? I mean, it's been 6 damn months, Ron.
I know. And they must have walked and biked miles. I mean, they basically did a damn triathlon. They biked, they walked, they swam.
Oh, yeah.
No kisses at the end.
Not a kiss. Not a single peck. Even not on the cheek.
I don't know. There's more points in the direction of maybe he's not romantically interested.
Possible. I would hope.
Meri lets us know, it's just a good day. They're really enjoying each other. This is where they find out that they're romantic, and Meri talks a little bit about her type, and really that her type is just that she wants someone that supports her, which she's said lots and lots of times. And now we are dropped back over into these women, and Christine goes over like the guest list like we talked about. But this is where they sit her down, and like, I just don't want this to be a dating intervention, with all these women who are remarried. I just don't want them to be like, you have to get remarried. Janelle, I think, would be perfectly fine being single the rest of her life. Do I want that for her? No, I think she could find a great love now that she's free. But I don't, it needs to be on her terms.
Luckily, Janelle doesn't give in to peer pressure too much.
Luckily, yes. So Janelle will blaze her own path. I mean, that is the theme of this divorce party. It's Wildflower Rebellion, and I think like it could not be a better, more fitting theme for Janelle. So
Yep.
she is a rebel, always has been. She's left Kody in different states before, early in their marriage.
She really has.
Yeah, she don't care. She'll do what she needs to do. So back over to Zion Park and
Friendship Park.
Friendship Shell Park. And we get some stupid jokes, some corny jokes, which I think could be, if they do form a relationship beyond friendship, I think it could be kind of part of their relationship together is kind of these corny jokes and laughing. They are always laughing. I don't know if it's the awkwardness that they're feeling, but they are always laughing with each other. I think that that's a positive thing.
I mean, I hope he's not gay, because I really do think that him and Meri get on very well. Obviously, he's willing to take things like ridiculously slow, but
very slow, very, very slow. But
I'm not saying that she shouldn't, like, she should be jumping into things like Christine did, get married within the year. But, like maybe after a couple months, like maybe 3 months, you have a kiss. Like,
yeah,
how do you
think
know
by now that they'd be at least comfortable enough to grab each other's hand when they're walking, in the water, right, when it's slippery, or to dust something off of their shirt, or share a quick kiss. Like, I think that that's reasonable.
You can beat someone into friendship enough to where it's like not even comfortable at some point to even do those things. Like, if you're actually interested in somebody, yes, you do want to build a foundation of friendship.
Yeah.
But you also don't want to be friend zoning them.
Right. Like, completely. Well, and I think that that's why Ron wanted to revisit the topic of romance, to ask, like, are you even romantic? Is that even what you're interested in still? Because it's been 6 months and I've never been touched by you.
Other than when I got deodorant on my shirt, which, like, do I got to get other things on other parts of my clothes?
Right. I mean, let's get it going. I was worried though, because they go down this path, and there's these jokes about sport mode and fun mode, and Meri talks about how hella hilarious she is. She keeps using that phrase, and it makes me want to do what I fear that Ron may have intentionally done, which was put himself in front of a bus.
Right there, like, literally.
The bus beeped him out of the way.
He's so nervous. He almost killed himself.
He's on the damn yellow line, ready to take a bus.
Yep, ready to take on that bus. And Mary's like on the complete opposite side. Like, y'all could bike a little closer.
And he actually had to veer over. Like, he's on his way into a veer. This man took a corner in the opposite lane. I think he had a little bit of a death wish going on.
Probably a little nervous. I mean, he's got cameras on him, and he's in this weird friendship that he doesn't know where it's going. So he doesn't even know where he's going.
He's like, I would just rather die than have to endure another 6 months of friendship.
Yeah.
So I did think that this was kind of a funny joke. They went and got some ice cream, and he finished all his ice cream pretty quickly, I guess. And he says to Meri, I think the guy gave you a whole bunch of extra ice cream, and I think he liked you because all my ice cream is gone. So I actually chuckled at that. I thought it was kind of a cute joke. I thought he was going to ask for a kiss. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, sorry. I thought that was a new comment for some reason because my thing moved.
That's okay. But they're gonna get lunch after ice cream. I mean, I'm a fan of ice cream as an appetizer. I love that. But I didn't know other people did it.
I mean, they're out in the hot. So, I mean, have the ice cream and then you go have actual lunch. Maybe after lunch you can give her a kiss. I don't know. Oh, here.
Not here, not now. That's for sure.
Here's the comment.
He's going to be spilling sauce in his Please, we can always count on you to give me a comment that I won't finish reading.
I'll finish it just to get a little affection.
Oh man, loves that. He's gonna have to do something. Ice cream,
Drastic
sandwich,
measures here, Days. Drastic
popcorn
measures.
thing, the SNL skit, something.
He
Something's
saw the
gonna
way
happen.
the deodorant worked, and maybe you're onto something. He's gonna have to,
Maybe
be a little bit of a more messy eater.
he's gonna have to get
Ice
a little
cream
bit
drips. So,
So I think this is the final damn emotional sit down with Kody and Robyn. And actually, no,
maybe.
it's not. This is just the opening where he realizes he needs to apologize. Gosh, we're jumping
Yeah.
around a lot. So yeah, they give us some peaceful music. They drive around. They stop. And Kody has to check again for the 11th time that they are each other's person and nobody else's person.
How many times have we had this conversation between them? I mean, even the apology. He apologized to her last season for being a nut.
I know.
Like, he's like, I've apologized to everyone, but not this woman here. And it's like,
Yeah.
yes, you have. I mean, I can show you like the episode.
Weren't they on for? Wasn't it the last time somebody got tossed off a four-wheeler?
Every time they go four-wheeling, he
these
apologizes
near-death
to her.
experiences have Kody, really realizing the importance of the woman in front of him and not the women behind him.
Yeah. I mean, this was just like, I don't know. It was so redundant. Like, of course I forgive you. I forgave you during it. Like,
it was so bad. I mean, we get some classic Robyn, cry scenes and faces. But Kody's starting off the apology. He says, I haven't been very fair with you, and I owe you an apology most of all because all these other women were so damn brutal, and you are so soft and so compassionate. And
you were so loyal.
So loyal.
Yeah. He says cries with no tears. Yeah.
Every time.
Most times, yeah, for sure. She lost her tears that one Christmas where she had to hide in the bathroom. And
I think she very well could have cried all her tears in her soul and her soul and her body. Out of her body.
The cinder is like drying up her tears.
The cinder is. It's just her tear ducts are covered in soot. But we will jump back over there for the final Robyn apology. We are again hopping over to Janelle. It's kind of like a post-divorce party talk just between Janelle and Christine. And Janelle, for the 12th time just this episode, tells us all that she's done and it's done, and she's happy to feel free. And they do download with each other a little bit about the apology tour. And they talk a little bit about their disappointment that the kids weren't brought up. But again, it gets shifted.
They also weren't brought up by you either. Really?
Right.
David brought it up. David
brought it up. And it gets shifted by the stupid 12-step thing again. So it's like it was here and then it was gone. Just kids and then we're back.
I know. It's so disappointing. Even like I wish they even would have been like, yeah, he apologized for like the past or this or that. Like they didn't get into really any of it. It was just like a little filler scene. And I just don't like when they do this because I'm like, okay, here, we'll have a real conversation about what happened with Kody and them on this apology thing. No, it's the same thing that we get every time.
I know. And I feel like out of anybody, I feel like Christine and Janelle are capable of delivering the most open and like reality based conversation about how those conversations went with Kody. Like I think they have the most emotional safety and vulnerability between each other that they could say, oh, I thought that was BS or I really appreciated it or whatever. But I thought that the conversation between the two of them just kind of came off a little bit forced and fake. Like the whole rest of the day seemed fine, but this just didn't seem to quite fit. Christine even gave her canned response that she wanted to give her kids. She was like, it was great. It was lovely. Everything was fine. It wasn't lovely. It wasn't. You had to get up and walk away. You left your husband in the room because you couldn't even stand another second of breathing his air.
You barely said much other than like, that's all fine. Like we're good here.
Like, it wasn't explosive. It didn't do more damage, but it was not lovely. Like, we don't need to.
Sounds sick. Yeah, honestly, a little bit. I'm not gonna lie to you, Days. I have like a sore throat and a lot of congestion, nose stuff. I don't want to blow my nose in front of you guys, so I'm just kind of. If you see me doing that, I'm not like doing anything weird. I have tissues. Like, so,
Yes, we all hope Anne feels better soon.
Yes, there's some things going
and
around.
what a trooper, Miss Anne. Thank you for being with us today.
Yeah, I probably sound a little weird too, so sorry, guys.
You sound congested.
Very much. So sorry.
So
Sorry, my bad. All right.
it's fun. So we have the final bonus scene. It's very brief. It's just this little confessional. And Janelle says Kody's focus really more so than all of his like marriages really was always his kids. And so he's hoping that his focus after these apologies can really get back to being about the family as a whole. And that she hopes that Kody misses all the big energy with all the kids around and all the families around. And she says that she misses it. And I think that this, again, gives me this like idea or hope or opening that they're going to like fall in love again, but they're not. So whatever.
Yeah. That ship has sailed along.
That ship has totally sailed, definitely.
And sunk.
Yes.
Like the Titanic, that ship has sailed and sunk.
It is at the bottom of the deepest parts of the ocean.
Broke and
destroyed.
Yeah, no, that's gone. Yeah.
Oh yes, and she also comments too and saying, you know, that she hopes that Kody can focus on all the kids, but right now, you know, the kids don't really want to be focused on. There's quite a lot of space between Kody and the kids, so he's going to have to figure that out, and you know, everyone's going to have to navigate that space. And then it pushes us right back into this scene where she kind of gives Christine a little bit of an update on Meri without, you know, saying too much personal, but just says that everything went well between the two of them. Just like the damn Titanic.
Yep.
Sunken.
Just like that.
Yep. Even the little bob at the end too.
Yeah, that's how it ended. That's how at least the movie did it.
Uh-huh. Yeah. I've watched a few documentaries. That's what they say. But.
Yeah, but it's
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
So this is where we wrap up Janelle's life. This is where I think truly we could have just left everything here and never came back to the show ever again. Because last episode, you know, we saw Christine kind of wrap everything up too. And now Janelle is going to wrap up everything. She says the houses are getting started. We figure out where we're going to put all of our wildflowers. And I'm not interested in dating until I get all of this stuff figured out. And she says that she's happy. She's content. So we go on to B.
And I'm not trying to make light of what happened on April something 1912. I'm just saying, rest in peace.
Oh, definitely rest in peace. Yeah.
Rest in peace. That is horrific. Yeah. So I'm not trying to make light of that, but that's what's equivalent to the disaster that's gone on in this family.
Correct. Yes. So we get to the final apology and the final stop of the apology tour, Robyn Brown. And Kody apologizes to her for Lord even knows what, I don't know, questioning her loyalty and trust and all of that. And of course, Robyn is super gracious. And instead of berating her about responding to his apology, he just says that she's so cool. She's so cool. You're so cool, Robyn. So
thank you for being so cool and letting me berate you and treat you like trash while I was going through my divorces.
She's just like open to all of it. She loves it.
I forgive you during it because I went through my own divorce.
I always knew you were going to get back here.
Yeah, because you come back here once a month. I mean, he does. He comes like, it seems like he's just a roller coaster, right? Like,
we just had this scene at the end of last season on four-wheelers in everything.
Yep. But he decided to ask Robyn, unlike anybody else, which I kind of wish he would have asked them too.
Do
Yeah, why
you
didn't-
forgive me? Like, just
Are we good?
are we good here? Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know why he didn't feel comfortable asking that. You went on all these tours. You took all this time out of not just your day, but these women's days to
You
ask.
spent TLC money going on these
Yes,
planes.
good and precious TLC money. And you didn't even ask these women at the end, have I accomplished what I've set out to do? And do you know why he probably didn't? Because if they say, no, this is what I need, then he's going to have to actually do something instead of just show up and pretend to be accountable, which we all know and Meri clocked is not his intentions here.
That's what I was gonna say, is that Meri was right. It's just that he was doing it for himself and for himself to feel better. That's why he's
He
just
doesn't
like, just
care
let me
if
get
they-
my apologies out. Just let me say what I need to say. Don't bring up any kids. Don't bring up any actual feelings.
Yeah.
Let me just apologize. Or
It
I don't
doesn't
know.
actually matter to him if those women forgive him. It only matters if Robyn does.
And the only person who even apologized for like past things was Janelle. Like, he could have apologized to Meri for, making her all crazy to begin with.
For abandoning her for 10 years, for melting her ring down, for making her feel all kinds of ways like she needed to talk to a damn stranger online just to feel some human connection.
For marrying her sister-in-law and putting her in a weird situation.
All of it.
All of it. But no.
But no, just Robyn, and she forgives him as it was happening. She holds nothing against this stupid man, and they
Could have even
hug.
he could have even apologized for the nachos for Christine.
I know.
And making her feel like that on national TV, like talking about them nachos. Like, man.
Yeah.
But
And
yeah.
like I've said about this episode, I think that this should have been the end of the end, not just the season finale, but the series finale. I think if Kody could leave us on this final word, which is, I wish that we would have been able to do this to break up with Grace, and that, this probably would have saved a lot of suffering and pain for the family. This is where this needed to end. Everything has come as full circle as it possibly can.
Right.
You have had these kids, had these marriages, lived this life together, ended the life together, apologized, come to terms as much as Kody Brown could ever with what's gone wrong and taken accountability for it. And everyone has decided to move on, whether that's a release, a new marriage, open door, whatever. This is the series finale. And I think TLC's stupid asses are going to just milk this show for all that it's worth and just run it into the ground, because to me, this is where it should end, and in my mind probably will end. The rest is just like bonus.
It should just end here. I mean, even his haircut is from Special Forces, right after that. Like, that's recent.
Yeah.
It's more recent than his haircut in the damn tell-all.
Yeah. But Ron, with no explanation of who he is or who he belongs to, gets to send us off. I mean, who would have thought at the beginning of season 1, episode 1, with Kody in his damn car talking about,
Meri's
I really
my
like
soulmate.
being in love. Yep, I love being in love, and I'm guilty of being in love with lots of women. All the way to we got Ron here, who's got no affiliation with anybody or anything. He's gonna send us away on season 20, episode 15.
Yep.
Oh shoot! This is supposed
Let's
to
put
say
our
15.
feet in the water, toes in the sand.
Yes,
Is
I
that a
gotta change
song?
our title.
I think that's a song.
Episode 15.
Oh, my bad.
It is. My toes in the water, ass in the sand. I don't even like country, but
I don't either, but that's pretty much what we leave off Sister Wives with.
yes. Uh-oh.
How salacious. Oh, are you doing something?
Oh yes. Okay, I'm back.
Okay.
Sorry. Okay. So yes, we end off with Ron and Meri is so happy. She's saying that she's having such a great day, and this is where we thought that Meri was going to get her final kiss, which again would have been a beautiful, romantical ending to the series, to Sister Wives, but instead they go stick their dirty old feet in the water, and that's kind of where we leave them together. She says that she's so happy, and it takes this man a whole 10 seconds to reply that he's happy too. He's just like,
He was just like, "That's
"Okay,
great. That's
yeah,
great."
great. Okay, cool."
I'd be
I
happier if we could kiss or something, but you know,
Again, another beautifully romantic place for a first kiss. Nothing.
I'm so happy. Yep,
Yeah, and
that's
that's where
good.
we
It's
leave
good
it.
to hear.
So they did the confessional with Kody after the tell-all.
It kind of looks like it. I mean,
Maybe. We'll have to
haircut.
see what Cody's hair looks like at the tell-all.
Yeah, yeah, we'll have to
That will
see.
tell.
I feel like it was longer at the tell-all, but I don't know. I don't know the timeline for sure, but it does, appear as if his hair is cut. And right now, his hair is cut into some poodle bob.
Yeah. Thank God for Cody's hair. I never thought I would say that, but it really is helping us keep track of time.
It is in this season because they really like to mess with us with the time.
I
They
know.
like to take forever. They go months between scenes.
Yes.
Yeah,
It really is something else.
it is.
So, I mean, that is that. Like, we're gonna leave things on Meri and Ron and the mystery of what might happen in this friendship. Will it stay a friendship? Will it progress into more touching? Nobody knows. Literally,
We'll find
nobody.
out on the next
We will find
episode
out.
of Dragon Ball Z. But anyways, what's to come next?
So they gave us, I'm pretty sure this was a preview for the entire tell-all, no matter how many parts it is. I don't know if it's 1, 2, 3, or 4 parts. But they gave us a preview for everything, so it was quite a long preview. I kind of broke it into a couple of sections or like themes. It seems like one of the themes is obviously going to be the backdoor deal, so we're going to see some things about that. It seems like Robyn is going to be the most steadfast one, that this is a thing that happened. She had the most emotion in that part of the preview.
She's like, they must hate each other because this happened.
Yes, because she wants to present herself, remember, as the one who controlled and puppeted Kody into being a good guy. And so if this didn't happen, then Robyn is just, a background character per usual. So Kody also talks about Janelle playing him and that he might still love her. I think that's a little bit of producer manipulation, but we shall see. We see the Robyn being submissive thing and a little bit of like the putting words in people's mouth on Suki's behalf. So we'll see how all that plays out with Suki being the messenger with all of that. And, I don't know what really started or prompted the submissiveness. Robyn did nothing towards the sale of land. Not a thing. That is correct.
She wants this one thing to be her thing. Yeah.
Yes. We also get a little theme about like the history again with Meri and Janelle, and like the brother stuff. Meri talks a little bit more about the emotions that came up and how maybe some of the feelings in the like beginning stages of the marriage might have been related to what went on with her brother and Janelle. So maybe we'll get some more color into that. I would be interested to hear about that. And then David and Suki, I don't think they're arguing, but they kind of talk over each other a little bit. It seems like David's really trying to make a point about something, and Christine says that something is BS. I don't really know what's going on there. I think they're trying to make it seem like a conflict, and I'm sure that it's not. And then finally, I don't think learn, but it's addressed that all of the money that Meri got from her house in Las Vegas went to Robyn for her house in Flagstaff. And Robyn, quickly wants to backpedal and say, no, this is not about me. This is about the family. And then all of a sudden the catfish thing gets brought up because I'm sure that's her one out. As we know, Robyn totally snitched on Meri when it came to the catfish situation and put herself in between the whole thing, but wants to act like none of it's about her.
People say she even knows the catfish and everything. So
right, and people say if she doesn't know the catfish, then maybe she knew someone who knew the catfish because she knew so many details, and was apparently allegedly sharing them with Kody. And as usual, we end the preview off with Kody screaming at Suki. So, classic.
as usual.
Nothing. I just wonder how it would have went if Kody stayed married to Meri and she didn't do the legal divorce. Like, would he actually have went through with a real divorce now and married Robyn? Probably.
Yeah, it just would have happened later. I mean, that's an interesting thought. I wonder how that would have went too. I mean, he still would have abandoned Meri. So
Oh yeah, that was a done deal either way. But yeah,
but I don't know.
had to
Would
real
he have put up
divorce.
more of a facade with Meri and like actually went over there still? I don't
He
know.
was doing more of the facade thing when they were legally married. I don't know why. He acted as if the spiritual marriages were the real thing, the thing that mattered. At least that's the
Yeah.
story he had to tell all of his wives to make his life legitimate. But he really did honor the legal marriage more. It seems like he had absolutely no reason to pretend once him and Meri got legally divorced, even though he did the whole we're still spiritually married and nothing changes. And he even told Janelle that. Janelle had a whole breakdown about, being worried about what to expect. He's like, nothing's changed. Okay, well, everything changed after that day somehow.
Everything did change. The whole dynamic changed. Everything changed. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know, Days. It's a
It's a good question.
quite a question. And in a different timeline, in a different dimension, that's exactly what happened. So
Yeah.
somewhere,
That is true.
Meri is going
Somewhere
through
he would have, I mean, at this point, yeah, I think it wouldn't have changed the relationships. Just the labels would have changed at different times, but I think the relationships were going where they were.
I do think the money stuff, like Meri might have put in for some alimony, like she would have had a lot more to stand on when it comes to Howdy past and everything else. Like she definitely wouldn't have been as screwed as she was now, and she would have been able to actually get 50%. I mean, Robyn and Kody probably wouldn't even have that house because Meri could have came in and did 50%.
Yeah, I totally agree with that.
So, especially since her money was put into it. So, yeah.
And we all know Janelle let us know that if she was ever that legal wife, she would have ran in and snatched her 50% right away. Quick.
I think Meri would have at that point too, after all the abandonment and the trees and everything else.
Yeah, not especially the trees. The trees were the ultimate betrayal.
The trees were the thing. Yeah.
This man still doesn't even know if she likes or dislikes trees. He still
brings her around him. So.
Well, she does like him.
I think she does. I mean, she was with Ron in some trees.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think she does. That's what we all know.
She likes outside, she said.
Yes. So, well, it seems like we're wrapping up. Anne has to take her dog to the groomer, so I know that we have to run. So if anyone has anything to say, you better type it up real quick. Otherwise, we're getting out of here.
Yep, to each their own. But it's been a nice little chat with you guys.
Yeah, if we do miss your comments, we will always come back and type to you as well. So, but thanks for joining us. This was a long one. It was what we hope to be the series finale, but definitely the season finale. And we will be back with the Tell Nothings.
Yep, and I'm more excited for those, although I am not excited to see Suki again, as usual.
Yeah.
Give me Andy Cohen or someone.
Yeah, Andy
someone
Cohen.
Messy.
Mm-hmm.
Who doesn't care about pissing people off.
Yeah. Yeah, they had that other lady, and as soon as she pissed Kody off, she was gone, and now we have Suki, and yeah, I think she's just gonna ride this train out until it dies.
Suki pisses Kody off too, but just not enough, apparently.
She pisses him off, and then she leans in, reaches over.
That's what Robyn does. Robyn.
She does speak Kody a little bit. I will give her that.
Yeah.
But for Kody speak is like, let me just stroke your ego enough for you to calm back down. It's not anything else. So
nothing else. But all right, Chick Chat. Well, we have to run. We will be back next Friday. So we will see you.
We will be back on Friday. So
we will be back on Friday. Our usual time.
Don't forget to like the video and leave all your comments and click the share button. Copy the link for us. Do it a couple of times. And we'll see you in 5 days.
We will see you in a few days. All right. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.